क्या हाल है? सब ठीक ठाक है? आप कहाँ हो? आपका अट्टा पट्टा? मैं उत्तराखंड में हूँ। उत्तराखंड, इंडियन हिमालयस, कोसानी अल्मोड़ा बागेश्वर जिले की सीमा पर। हाँ, शाबाश। स्वागतम। ओह, अरे बाबा हो, मेरा ध्यान किधर है? मेरा ध्यान किधर है? शाबाश। वाह। Thank you for that. Thanks for your can't hear. Everything looks good from this. Uh, can you hear me now? I can't see any problem from my side. The volume is turned up. Volume is turned up. Everything looks good on the screen. Oh, can you hear me now? Double yes, please, Ruben. Aye, good. Shamash. Wow. Hi, Pat. How are you? You're here bright and early. Well, I'm full of beans today. I'm full of beans. That means full of energy. I had a double amount of beans today, so I should be okay till 12:30 tonight, something like that. Hi there, MJ Cool. Nice to see your name again. MJ Cool. Have you been busy lately? Study, work, like that? Image is not clear. Yeah, no broadband in this village, is MJ Cool. No broadband. Oh, you've been studying, I see. MJ Cool, we're in a semi-remote area here. Internet coming and going, you know. Hi there, Pat. Nice to see you. Yes, I'm full of beans today. Full of beans. Look at my nice red colour in the face today. Yes, nice, bright, sunny weather here. No sign of the monsoon. लापता हो गया चातुर्मास लापता हो गया लापता हो गया. Black Folder, is it your first time, Black Folder, on our live stream? First time, yes or no, please? Hi Urvashi, stay with us for some time. Good, good, good. Oh, MJ Cool, I remember Pittoragar. Yes, yes, that's right. I lived in Pittoragar for 4 years, from 2019 to 2023, before Corona, during Corona, and after Corona. Yeah, I liked Pittoragar very much. I liked that town. Ah, you're a little bit sick, are you, Ruben? I see. Cough, cold, sore throat, low energy. Is there a lot of pollution there in the town? Face charming, eh? Like, just like Australian Tom Alter, yes? L'ultimata Joss. Hey, Shabash. Good job. Good job. You're looking good, David. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, MJ Cool. Ajma Masa Chase Carlo. Masa Chase. Black bean soup. Black bean soup. Masa Chase. Ah. Tom Alter. Shabash. Good, good, good. Yeah, the monsoon has disappeared at the moment. Mm, Disappeared somewhere between Sikkim and Nepal. It disappeared. Oh, I see, Ruben. Just a common cold, weather change. Yes, yes. Make sure you're breathing only through your nose, Ruben. Keep the mouth closed. Keep that mouth closed. And just breathe through your nose, you know? I see Pat's giving some rugby league football scores, rugby league football. So is that 2-0? Is it in the series? 2-0? Yes, MJ Cool, Pittoragar comes again. Shabash, wow, wow. MJ, when I lived in your town, I lived with the family, the famous family, the Deolal family, Rakesh, Kavita Deolal, owners, principal of the Stafford Public School. Yeah, that's where I stayed with them. Pat saying hello to Wandering Soul. Wandering Soul. Yeah, his name is Ruben, Pat. Ruben. Oh, MJ, you remember that, yeah. Yeah, if you people don't know about, I see, Pat, one deciding game to go. Good, good. If you people don't know about the El Nino, ELNINO, you must read up about it. It's a very, very important factor in climate change. And oh, excuse me. This El Nino and its sister, La Nina, they're very, very old weather systems that come from the eastern central Pacific Ocean. And they come from deep sea currents. One will be active, then the other one will be active. One at a time activity, And when one system or the other is active, they can cause big effects all around the world. El Nino is just becoming active at the moment, and this will definitely mean that the Indian monsoon will be weaker this year. MJ, cool. Yeah, I don't actually follow rugby football or that. I follow soccer, round ball football, soccer. Manchester United. Yeah. Oh, that's nice, Ruben. You had some treatment. You're feeling better. That's good. Mm. That's it. Pat's talking with Ruben, Wondering Soul. Yeah, Ruben, you remember that Pat's a retired nurse like myself? Yeah. That's looking east towards Almora town. That's looking south towards Raniket, Chorkutia. That's the old fireplace. But I never use that because I don't cook, you know? Let there be a popular song. Arayar. Popular song. Yeah, all mountain singers, including myself. Hut. All right, leave it there. All mountain singers, when we sing a song, we put one hand to one ear just to focus more on the singing, you know? Hito pe merigo puli. Hito pe merigo puli paharo me janu hita. Now, Pat, I know you don't understand much of this language. He's just saying, let's go, my mountain cow herder, go puli. Let's go up to the mountains. My wife is lost. My back is broken. Yeah, it's but not actually broken, but it means I have a lot of work to do, you know? Um, uh, let's go up to the mountains, my mountain cow herder. Um, I'll eat your millet bread. You can cook some millet bread for me. Then it's a little bit suggestive, a little bit suggestive. He says, my wife is lost, my back is broken. Let's go to the mountains, my mountain goat herder. I'll eat your millet bread. And then he says, then he's sort of mixing with another song, and he's saying, when you get married, there'll be one child, there'll be two children, three, four, or five, and then he starts to make certain comments about married life. You know, I don't need that, and it's like more or less, Pat. It's my signature tune. You know. Meri Durga Chane Chane Mero Kamar Patege Hito Pe Merigo Puli Paharo Me Janu Hita. Let's go. Meri Durga Chane Chane Mero Kamar Patege Nantina Ekahuna Dwi Huno Tin Char Panch Huno Pe Jele Huno Yo Shiawiki Mariata Abba Me Katohonjo Me Janu Kailasha Me Nani Nani Chu Hey Nani Nani Chu Hey Nani Nani Chu Hey Nani Nani Chu Hey Nani Nani Chu. I'm just a little child. I'm just a little child. I don't know anything. Now, now. Yeah, MJ Cool. It's like mixing one or two songs together, you know? Yeah, it's a popular song here. The originator, he made many, many songs, Original Mind. He died about 20 years ago from throat cancer. He just lived on the back here. Just one day's long walk if you leave early in the morning. You climb up a couple of big hills above this on this side, and then you're going through Dunagiri Mandir, Dunagiri Temple, and it's a town called Chorkutia. He was Gopal Babu Goswami, the king of Kumaoni mountain music, and he wrote many songs. His early songs are not so interesting. He was just finding his feet, you know, and then he hit the right notes and did maybe a lot of songs, you know, including the flute song. Um, and Kale Bajay Murali, who was playing the flute. Where is the sound coming from, up or down the mountain? Oh, hi there, Ben. Nice to see your name again. Thanks for coming so early. Yeah, my day's not too bad. Not too bad at all today. I'm full of beans today. I had a double helping of beans, two different types of bean soup, and some very nice, I think it was amaranth vegetables, Ben. Amaranth vegetables, yeah. For you fellow mountain viewers here, Ajma, Ajmene, dal kui dwi prakar kahalo, dwi prakar dal, or chua sag, multi-grain parate, aha, bhat, oi, shabash. Nice to see you again there, Ben. Um, the other heavy-duty viewers and texters usually don't come so early, so I'm not sure what sort of heavy duty intellectual interactions you'll get. Not to be patronizing, but the heavy duty guys come a bit later, you know, like Zara and Bihari Bhai and Asmit and Ashok come a bit later. No, I've never been to the USA, Ben. When I was a young man, I traveled nearly 1 year in South America, like briefly in Chile, and Ecuador. I spent most of the time in Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia, and Peru, you know? Ben, how's the picture over there? I'm using a cheapy old phone still. When things improve, I'll be getting a better phone. Ben, there in the USA, how is the visual side of it in your home there? Things basically have settled down on this live stream since 2 weeks before. We had some unsettled times there for about a week and a half, this and that, and on the three favourite subjects: British colonial era, religion, and must be politics, is it? Yeah. On those three subjects, we had a lot of, for about 10 or 12 days, some very restless, sometimes angry, attacking sort of live streams. But it's settled down now. It's settled down. And the spamming currently has stopped also, you know. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Ruben. Um, wondering soul, yeah. That's good. It's clearer. Good, good. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm not bored. I'm just a bit tired and digesting a very heavy lunch I had today. Very heavy. Very satisfying. So, if it's your first time here, welcome to our live stream from the north of India in the Himalayan foothills. The name of this village is Korsani. This is my very, very oldest home in the Himalayas, coming and going since 50 years before in this area. And my name is Pahadi David. In northern India, Pahari is the adjective meaning, the adjective of mountain. So I call myself Mountain David because I've lived in the Himalayas, Nepal and especially India, half of my lifetime, coming from originally from England, but I like to think more that I'm Australian, you know, and I always lived in Sydney and worked there as a nurse. Now I'm a retired nurse. If you spend more time on this live stream, that will help this live stream grow more quickly. And please also tell all of your social circle about this small, more or less unknown live stream, more or less unknown. Yeah. We do sometimes get some viewers from around the world. We've had viewers once or twice or more than that from Iraq, Iran, Pakistan a number of times, Afghanistan a couple of times, Hong Kong, China, Australia, Pat McClenaghan very regularly. England, USA, Mexico, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea near Australia, India. Most viewers here are from India, Nepal sometimes also, Bangladesh, yeah. Ben. Oh, yes, Wandering Soul. Gigi's missing since some time. We had a couple of words there about a week ago, and he's not coming since then, so that's okay. People say that India's the biggest democracy on the planet. So, all right, Ben. Ben's asking, how do you view Indians regarding religion? I would say about 50% of Indian. I'll just talk at the moment in a sort of no frills dialogue, Ben. I won't, not looking too deeply into the subject at the moment. Okay. I would say that 50% of Indians are very religious. Okay. I would say that 50% of Indians are very religious. I won't look into what does it mean very religious. I'm not analysing it too much at the moment. About 30%, 40% even are independently minded, especially younger people. And the other 10% really don't give a stuff about religion. They really don't give a stuff. They really don't care about religion. Yeah, 50% very religious. And of those, many people, they're good, honest people, nice people, humane and loving people. 40% of Indians are, now what did I say? I better be careful here. Um, yeah, independently minded, and the other 10% really don't care about religion at all. Oh, thanks, Pat. On this small, unknown live stream, very popular, but outside of this live stream, nobody knows me. A few people look at my video blogs, um, but I'm nothing as popular as some great sportsmen or great rock stars or great musicians. Nothing on that level, Pat. Oh, Ben, is it true that India is a democratic republic? No, it's not totally true. Now, I can only speak in general terms here, Ben, because I'm Indian in India at the moment, so you can appreciate I can't say anything too specific. Um, Not that I'm afraid, but they might just cut my visa, you know. These days, it could happen. Yeah. But generally things are picking up well in India, but there are other sides to it too. It's a hugely complex. Instead of me going into all the details, Ben, and I definitely don't want to go into all those because India is a hugely complicated society. Hugely complicated. Yes. Um, I don't think it's true that people don't want democracy. They definitely don't want a dictatorship. They don't want army rule. Um, no, I don't think it's true that they don't want democracy. There are huge changes, Ben, here, of a very ancient culture. Maybe not the most ancient culture, but one of the very oldest, going through a lot of changes. Uh, Quite a lot of Indians are very conservative, um, and we can keep an open mind on what I mean by conservative, because many of India's old, tried and tested customs still are alive. You know what I mean? And when those customs have practical, scientifically proved, organically proved origins, then wow. Um, this is why I said a few minutes ago, Ben, I think you picked up on that. People say that India is the biggest democracy on the planet. And I think you picked up on that. Yeah. Oh, now Chanakya. Hi, Chanakya. Coming early. Now, Chanakya, please. Use your great knowledge. Now, Chanakya, Ben, Ben Edward from the USA, Chanakya from India here. Can I introduce you to each other? Now, Chanakya, you are Indian and I'm not. Please give me some support to answer Ben about. Ben's asking Chanakya, is it true that India is a democratic republic? And would you look into that and give him some replies? Ben, you couldn't do any better than be talking with Chanakya at the moment. Chanakya, if you don't know, uh, Ben is a young guy in the USA studying cosmology, the origins of the universe, natural laws, and everything like that. More on a sort of university level study, I guess you could say, of the origins of the universe and not leaving it at I believe in God, not leaving it at I believe in God, full stop. It's much more advanced than that. Anyhow, maybe you two guys like to speak to each other, yeah? Ben, you can ask Chanakya anything you like. He'll be only too happy to answer you, you know? You can ask him more sensitive questions too, which I can't answer. You can understand that, right? Ben, Chanakya, Ben's calling you homie. Homie, I think, is like originally an American expression, just meaning man. Is that right, Ben? Because the word could be misunderstood over here. Ben, I explore the Himalayas is referring to certain very serious, disastrous incidents which happened during the British rule here. Hi, I explore the Himalayas. Hi there. Welcome to you, Explore. Namaste to you. And I can see you've got a heavy duty knowledge of we call on this live stream for short, the BCE. The BCE, the British colonial era. Say anything you like, explore the Himalayas, anything you like. If anybody's looking at this live stream regularly, maybe you're not texting, you're just listening to my nice, clear English speaking. That's nice. You can't now listen if you're studying English. If you speak an Indo-Aryan language like Hindi, Nepali, Himalayan mountain language, Gujarati, Marathi, and you use the Devanagari script, the Devanagari lipi, to write your language, please you must, and if you're learning English, please you must look at this channel, the same channel, and scroll right down on the video blog, scroll right down to the bottom, and you'll see 16 English teaching videos I prepared in English and Devanagari English system to explain difficult problems of spelling and pronunciation in English. You must look at that because those 16 videos will help you, okay? Especially in the problematic English and English spelling and pronunciations, which can be very irregular. Written in your own Devanagari script. Yeah, that's interesting. I explore the Himalayas. Coming here for the first time says, we Indians are anything but. None of us are the people who caused the massacre of Jallianwala Bagh, the Bengal famine, and many more. They were caused or assisted by or caused by the British. We live 100 years back, but I'm thinking it's 1,000 years ahead. Yeah, that's definitely true with some Indians explore. Not all Indians are so advanced in their thinking, but many are, yeah. I understand, explore, that originally the Bengal famine started from natural causes, didn't it? It started from natural causes. But then the British stepped in. Now there you go, Ben. There's a very nice, interesting, provoking message from Chanakya there. Ben, is democracy in the USA still a governing principle? Or has it been downgraded to a marketing slogan like MAGA, Make America Great Again? That's right, Explore. Then Winston Churchill stepped in. Tell what's on your mind. And you can express anything you like on that subject. If you're angry, express your anger. Express it. This live stream is familiar with many dialogues on the British colonial era. Since 7 months, people have been talking a lot about it. Now, my background, if you don't know, my background is, I can tell you quite honestly, without any fear, I was born in England and left England when I was 11, and my family, we moved to Australia. I lived in Australia continuously till I was 23. Then, with a couple of nursing diplomas in my pocket, I started to travel. I always traveled on my own. I love to travel on my own. I never get lonely, and it gives me a lot more freedom to travel just singly, you know? Are you still there, Ben? Ben Edward from Cosmology Student? Ah, Ben's talking with Chanakya, America talking with India. Chanakya, what's your take on science? Do you see it standing apart from religion and spirituality, or do you think it's all blending in together? Interesting question. Well, Pat, if you're still there from Australia, we're getting into some heavy duty stuff now, yeah? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Uh, explore the Himalayas, saying to me, David, the expression of anger is not for me. In India, some of us practice regularly to control greed, lust, anger, and attachments. That's true. I don't have anger, my friend. I want to share love. Well, that's nice. That's great. That's great. Because sometimes we have had some very angry messages on this live stream about we call it here the BCE, the British colonial era. Well, that's nice. We can talk more logically, yeah. But obviously, the BCE is still on your mind, and why not? Oof, oof, oof. These subjects are above your head. Well, that's there's some good advantage in that too, Pat. Mm. Wow. Mm. Explores saying, our philosophy is not hatred, it's aditi devo bhava. The guest is equal to God. Yeah, I know that many Indians do practice that too. That many, not all, but many do, in my experience, explore. Not all, because some some say that, but they then practice a different approach, don't they? But no, I think by and large, mostly that's true in India. Mostly it's true. The guest is equal to God, and um, the the welcoming the welcoming culture in India is equal to the best on the planet to welcome visitors and to make them feel very comfortable. Yeah. Chanakya is sending us some interesting messages, Ben. Hi there, Harish. How are you tonight? Are you fine? Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Nice to see you, Harish. Aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash. Wow, wow, wow. Now, Chanakya is saying religion is a relatively recent development in human history. Thank God. Religion is a relatively recent development in human history. Thank God. Yeah, before religions came about, really there was no middleman, was there? There was no middleman. Think about that. Yeah. Religion likely played an important role in organizing societies as humans transitioned from small tribes to larger civilizations. Science and spirituality, however, address different aspects of human experience and can coexist without contradiction. Yeah, they can. They can. People often confuse spirituality with religion. People often confuse spirituality with religion, but they are not the same. Wow, 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 wow. Spirituality is a personal exploration, an individual, hopefully in full freedom, yeah? Exploration of consciousness, meaning, and existence. Whereas religion is a structured system of beliefs, rituals, and institutions. That's right. Oh, things are looking good here, Harish. Things are looking getting into some interesting food for thought here, especially between Chanakya, he's an Indian, and Ben Edward from the USA. Ben Edward is a student of cosmology, which looks at existence and natural laws and all sorts of things very, very differently than how religion looks. Explore the Himalayas. Veda and Upanishads are the first books of science. What, in South Asia, yeah? And it's tough to see. The Western world has made it science of God. The detailed cosmology explained in the Vedas is absolutely precise. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. And I think also explore the Himalayas, that before the Vedas were written, there were great sources of knowledge from China, yeah. To put it into perspective, because some people believe that the original religion and culture was from India, but that may not be so. Oh, there's a huge amount of old knowledge in the old Hindu ideology, yeah. Don't forget Sumeria, the Sumerian culture, Egyptian, Chinese. Wakar Khan. Hi, Wakar Khan. Salam, salam. How are you? Um, um, is it your first time on our live stream, Wakar Khan? Welcome, Swagatam. Welcome to our live stream. Where are you from, may I ask? Where's your locality? Yeah, Harish, we're getting into some heavy duty stuff here. Heavy duty stuff. And I like to remember that we must not confuse spirituality with religion. We must not confuse spirituality with religion. And I'm almost always thinking that one nice viewer a few weeks ago said, your religion, your religious ideology, it's like your underwear. Do you show your underwear to everybody in public? No. Harish is saying spirituality is very vast and quite naked in its own sense. Wow. Oh, that's interesting, Chanakya. You mean there was a lot of old knowledge, just oral knowledge, not written down. The Vedas and Upanishads weren't written first, weren't written first. They weren't written first. They were remembered first. They survived not because of ink, but because generations became living libraries. That's right. Oral transmission, yeah. Can I say something on a personal level, just my own opinion? If, if all of that knowledge, explore the Himalayas, Chanakya, if all of that huge knowledge, universal knowledge from your very old books was actually used, if all of that knowledge was actually used now in present day India, in the present day India, wow, wow, wow. What would happen? What would happen if all that old knowledge that you have was used on a day-to-day basis to, I must be careful what expression I use here, if that was used to, if it was applied to today's Indian culture. How's that? That's not too controversial, is it? Explore the Himalayas, saying very, very clearly, Sanatana Dharma is not a religion which was found or formed. It's a way of life with natural laws of nature. Wow. Dharma is not equal to religion. Dharma is one. We breathe oxygen and this won't change. Mm. Chanakya says, before cloud storage, before hard drives, before paper itself, there was the Vedic tradition, knowledge stored in human consciousness and transmitted with astonishing precision. Wow. Chanakya, David, have you ever been to an Indian wedding? Any wedding, a big fat one or a small one? Yes, I have. I went to a small one. The only Indian wedding I ever went to. It was such an amazing experience. I never needed to attend another wedding. Never needed to. That was Raju and Prava's wedding. They are here. They now, a farm is here. They maintain the farm, the property here where I live. They're my very, very old friends. Decades old friendship, brothers and sisters. Yeah, it was their wedding, just on the back here, like I said, near Chorkutia here. You could walk there in a one long day if you left very early in the morning. A shortcut, having a real trek, walking up, crossing big hills and things like that, a lot of forest. You'd reach there in the evening. Harish says most religions are organized sects. Of course they are, Harish. Of course they are. Most religions are organized sects. They definitely are. They definitely are. When we pass through those, this is only my personal opinion, my personal experience. When we pass through, we're only passing through the organised religion, then we leave primary school, don't we? We leave primary school and then go through high school and university. Yep. I don't mean to upset anybody, don't want to offend anybody, but this is reality. When we pass through a religion, we then leave primary school and we're starting to think more independently now, aren't we? Starting to think more independently. We reach high school and then university. Hey, wow, wow, wow. Hmm. Chanakya, the marriage where I went in, it was a small marriage, a village, a very simple village. Most of the people were not rich, but I don't remember how much gold the women were wearing, but I'm sure if they had some gold, they would be displaying it, wouldn't they? Um, in a healthy way. Explain more your point on that, Chanakya. I think there's more you want to say more on the subject. Darku Mongol, hi Darku Mongol, namaste, aap kaise ho? Some tic tac, hey? Hey David, my friend is from Kashmir. He's 22. He hasn't visited one proper tourist destination yet, just because his dad doesn't allow him. Well, tell us more before we comment on it. Tell us more, Daku. So, Explore Consciousness is saying before you leave, God is one, not two. You may call God Krishna, Jesus, Allah, Waheguru, Buddha. Yeah, common knowledge for those who know. That's common knowledge. Explore common knowledge, what you say, for people who know. That's right. They are all uh, names of that one consciousness. There is no us versus them. It's only one consciousness. In a perfect world. In a perfect world, definitely true, yeah. I like also, when I was younger explorer, I read your great Indian Hindu holy books, And I remember at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, I read in English, of course. At the end of the Bhagavad Gita, it said one word in Sanskrit, neti, neti, not all this, not all this, inferring that there is much, much more. There is much, 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 much more than what is written in the holy books. Yeah, much more. Oof. Taku Mungo, well, yeah, I don't know what to say about this situation with the father and his son, and I don't really know what to say. I'm sure his father has got good reasons for, it looks like, controlling his son. Can't visit any tourist destinations, can't have a haircut, can't eat out anywhere. Well, I can understand that, can't eat out anywhere. Uh, there are other people, aren't there, also in South Asia who never eat in public places? And they have very, very good reasons, don't they? They have very, very good reasons, Daku. I've met plenty of people like that. Can't have friends, can't stay up after 11 o'clock. He's certainly over controlling his son, isn't he? Came back late, his dad scolded him. Um, Chandakya says, yeah, this is the practice in India. We follow each family possesses a decent amount of gold or silver, like as a sort of security also. Not ostentation, but more as security. It's not liquid cash, but these ornaments could be considered as wealth, yeah. Harish says, Harish Sharma says, he says, since very young, he decided not to marry. Well done, independent thinker, independent thinker. My friend and I made a pact not to marry in 8th standard. I'm entering my 30s and still sticking to my work. I've always had a dream of a wedding. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Remember, the world's population is very, very big, Harish. The world's population is very, very huge. Explore. Just adding one more thing. When the British came to India, India was the country holding 24% of the world's GDP. When the British left India, the GDP came down to 4%. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm well aware of that, Explore. Well aware of that. Before you go, in the last 7 months, our viewers on this live stream have spoken extensively about the BCE, extensively about the British colonial era. Thanks for joining tonight, and please come back, explore the Himalayas. Yeah, thanks. Please come back. Namaste, and please share much more of your knowledge with us. Thank you. Really, thank you. Wow. Shabash. I see, Harish. You dream of a Christian wedding with vows. Wow. You have some ideas. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Wow. Now, Chanakya, I'm getting your full meaning now. And yet India is a poor country. That's what they say. That's what they say. Google how much gold Pad, Pad, Padnaban temple has, and the amount is insane. Now switch this gold situation with spirituality and religion. Yes. Vinay Rana. Vinay Rana. Namaste, Vinay. Namaste. Aapke say ho. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming back, Ranaji. How are you tonight? Are you fine? Ben Edward hasn't spoken for a few minutes, so maybe you're still here, Ben, or you're just absorbing it all, or you got busy doing something else, maybe. Yeah, Harish, when people don't get married ever, they are making a huge contribution. There goes the power. When people don't get married, they're making a huge contribution on an individual level to try and control the crazy overloaded world's population. Mm. Oh, oh. So, Chanakya, can I ask a simple, innocent question? When when Indians give gold to God in the temple, do they believe that God will give something back to them, or what? Mm. Chanakya, David, you should be out in the evenings talking and connecting with locals more. Yeah. Our village is a little bit isolated here, Chanakya. It's not like I go outside. It's not like I go outside and there are dozens of people bustling around and I can mix with them. Um, no, it's not like that at all. Um, uh, the nearest village from here is 25 minutes walk down there. Then you've got to walk back. No, I don't need to justify why I don't go out every night mixing with the locals. Yes, Chanakya, it's transactional love with the Almighty. Yes, I give you all this gold, and you can make sure that all my kids get happily married, secure, have have kids, secure. Yeah, sort of a transactional thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's a selfish transaction, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I mix with local people when I need to, Janaka, when I need to, when I feel like it, I mix with the locals and um, yeah, when I need to. Yeah. Now, I would ask you, lovely people, please, if you can stay more time on this live stream, then they if you can stay more time on this live stream, then it will help this small channel to grow more. And please tell all of your social circle about this channel. Yeah, they may be interested. Now, Harish is saying, if you don't mind, I would like to answer that, what I just said, yeah? And what Chanakya just said. Sort of transactional situation with the almighty power and asking for things. When the trader or businessman start their work or project every day, they pray to heaven, do a big puja, and if the work is profitable, then they contribute and give something, yeah. Just do it out of love. Yeah, I feel too myself in my experience that a big reason why we do puja and it's to create a positive feeling. It's to create a positive feeling, especially at the start of a project, Harish and Chanakya. What do you think about that? To create a positive feeling, which is much better than creating a negative feeling in the beginning. Oh, this won't survive. I'm going to fail. You know, you just create a sort of a positive vastu, and I can't think of the English word. Positive feelings, and that can only be good. Horace says, just do it out of love, yeah. Chanakya says, the donation of probably began as an exercise in letting go of attachment. Maybe it did, but do you think everybody was so intellectually advanced at that time to recognize that as letting go of attachment? I don't know. Somewhere along the way, people decided enlightenment works better with receipts. Hi there, Carl. Horace says, it also happens in Britain and other Christian countries. Big ones follow astrology and donate to Baal. They surrender their doubts to their deity. That's clever. That's clever. Illuminati rituals, and we know who has the money. Hi there, Carl. No, there is the unpredictability of on the night no internet, Carl. So I don't have a regular program about streaming, but I like to get in a 1 week period six nights of streaming. I had been having Monday nights off, then recently it was Wednesday. It looks like this week will be Friday night off, just to get 5 or 6 nights completed, you know. And currently, nice to see your name again, Carl. Namaste to you, up, say ho. And currently I start at 6 p.m. till 8:15, have a supper break, come back at 9, and then keep streaming till about 12, sometimes 12:30, like that, yeah. But the last word is Satan, the internet, yeah. Oh, Chanakya, no, it's true what you say, Chanakya. Express yourself fully. Express yourself fully. In the last couple of weeks, we have managed to remove from some sides, from other sides, some hate coming in, some real hate coming in from some other people, spamming it, ramming it down our throats about the BCE, the colonial era, British colonial era, about the big R word, religion, and the other big P word, the big P word. Yeah, you know what that is, don't you? That's right. And so we managed to control the hate and some of the personal attacks which were coming. And that's been successful mostly, Chanakya. Otherwise, people, please feel free to say whatever you like through your messages. Say whatever you like. Carl, at the moment, it's impossible for me to watch live. I, I'm storing all the match highlights on my phone at the moment, and when I've got time, I'll be watching those replays of matches and that. You know, usually highlights, 10, 12, 15 minutes max. I'm following every day the results, but I've got other things to do, you know. But I can catch up on all the final results and that during the monsoon, when the monsoon arrives, that is, because everybody knows that El Nino, without going into the details, but everybody and anybody who studies climate change and wonders about climate must do some basic study on El Nino and La Nina, which originate from deep ocean currents in the Pacific Ocean. They're very, very old weather systems, and when they're active, individually at different times, active, El Nino and La Nina, they can have dramatic effects on all around the planet, you know. And this apparently a very, very super, mega super, huge El Nino is brewing up at the moment, a real huge one. And the huger it is, the weaker the Indian monsoon is, you know? Uh, I've been using an Australian passport for many, many years, Carl. Harish, reptile lineage in the UK royal family. Oh, I like that. I like that. I do. Because I'm the last person on the planet to support the monarchy system. The very last person. We know, don't we, that for several thousand years, listen to this, for several thousand years, people believe that their king and queen was a direct representation of God. Can you believe that? And that partly explains why the monarchy system lasted so long. The people, actually believed that their king and queen was a direct representation of God. Holy moly, holy moly. Who can argue against that? You get your head cut off. Who can argue against that? Yeah, you'll get your head cut off and more. Phew. Yes, Chanakya. No, it's true what you say, Chanakya. The Vedas are old. It's the East India Company which brought the corruption to India. I'm just saying, and you can say more. Say more. I like that, Harish. Reptile lineage in the UK royal family. Snakes. Snakes. Now, Chanakya, a sankalpa is a puja essentially a commitment. The rituals aren't magic, they reinforce intent, discipline, focus, giving people the confidence to follow through on what they've resolved to do. Wow, that can only be positive. That can only be positive. Harish, when you see some of the royals in the UK, they have Indian deity sculptures in their private parties. Oh, look, all around the world now, the Hindu ideology is becoming very, very popular. In the West, we consider it to be exotic, exotic. And it's becoming very, very popular now, yeah. Harish, this happens in India and everywhere else where there is religion and high spirituality. Yeah, it's not the full story, it's just religion, in my humble opinion. Religion is a place along the way. It's along the way. It's not the end of the road. Chanakya. England have decent chances. You want Norway to lift the cup. Yeah, 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 yeah. If the Norway team can give the full support to the great Erling Haaland, yeah? Wow, what a player. Oh, look, Chanakya. One team stands out above all of the others. Argentina. They're stronger than they were 4 years ago, man. I follow soccer very, very, very closely, Argentina, France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, England, Norway, and one or two African countries too, Morocco. The only African team so far to reach the semi-finals of the World Cup, yeah? Senegal. Ooh. Harish says he likes reptiles and dragons. All right then. Carl Johnson, yeah, I know that song, but I can't remember the words. A great, great, great tune. Sort of like one of the great Australian songs, Harish says he's a dragon too and has a royal bloodline. Well, we're getting plenty of people um, coming onto the live stream tonight. Yagyaya, Yagyaya, Yagya. Stories. Hi, Yagya. Namaste to you. आप कैसे हो? सब ठीक ठाक है? हाँ, मैं कोसानी मैं हूँ, कोसानी. मैं Anglo-Australian हूँ. Anglo means English, Anglo-Australian. And मेरा नाम Pahadi David हो, क्योंकि मैं बहुत साल नेपाल और इंडिया की हिमालय में रहा है. Half of my lifetime. Alfred D'Souza. Hi, Alfred. Nice to see your name again. Alfred from Queensland, yeah? Wow. Hey, Pat, are you still awake, Pat, in Queensland on the Gold Coast there? Alfred D'Souza comes from Australia. I don't know his full story, but he comes regularly onto this live stream. And Alfred, Pat Patricia McLenaghan, she's also a night nurse like me. We're very, very old workmates from 50 years before. We left left our places of joint work there 50 years ago, lost contact, and over a year ago, Pat saw my name on Facebook and we reunited through social media and WhatsApp especially. Oh, hi, Yagi. Yes, yes, Ashish. I do remember Brindaban just 3 or 4 days ago in Corsani. That's right. Yes, yeah. Very nice to see your name again. Eh? Well, thanks, Harish, for your nice compliment. That's very nice. Thank you. Beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I try to stay positive. It's much better than being negative, much better than being depressed, much, much better. Yeah. Yeah, Yagya. Kosani, much less rain in the last few days, much less rain, plenty of sunshine during the day, some cloud coming and going, and everybody's waiting for the monsoon. Let's see when it arrives. There are predictions that this Indian monsoon this year, Ashish, will be the weakest monsoon since 11 years in South Asia. Hi, Anita. Nice to see you again. And um, Sheragat ki Maharani. Namaste. Or ki hunin. Oh, Anita Ju. Oh, tu mar jivan sati. Ki hunin sab tik tak ju. Parivar ki kushal baro. Shabash. Wow, wow, wow. Lador varigo. Lador udyar. Ki kahali aj. Hey, shabash. Namaste. Aj मैं मांस चेस कहलो मांस मांस चेस Janaki dal, mixed dal, chua shag. Alfred, now Pat has gone to sleep almost certainly, but don't worry. Um, um, she lives on the Gold Coast. Oh, you live in Cairns, don't you? Didn't you say Cairns, Northern Queensland? Sooner or later, say tomorrow, the day after, whenever, you'll, Alfred, you will be on this live stream the same time as her. And this first installment of the live stream, I'm talking local time, understand, from 6 local time here, 6 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. That's the best chance you'll get to meet her live, okay? She rarely comes on to the second installment, which starts local time 9 p.m. to about 12 midnight. Not much chance of that. That's right, Ashish Yagya. El Nino, El Nino. And its sister weather system, La Nina. They are never active at the same time. They're active at different times. Very, very old systems around the world, originating from the Pacific Ocean. Hey, Pat, are you there? Are you probably gone to sleep? Zain in Kashmir raining very heavily there. I see. That may be maybe a western disturbance, perhaps. Harish is saying rainfall will start from the 20th here. Yeah, where are you again, Harish? You see, the prediction was for the monsoon to arrive here today in Khorsani in central Uttarakhand. That was the prediction starting today. Oh, you're in Chandigarh, I see. Um, Thanks for coming again, Zain. Salam, namaste to you too, yeah? Yagya Ashish from Vrindavan. Yes, my first visit in South Asia was 1977, summertime, Ashish, and I went directly. I got off the ship, the Shipping Corporation of India ship coming from Australia through Malaysia. It arrived in Nagapattinam, just south of Madras. And I went directly to Kodaikanal. I love Kodaikanal very much. Kodi, the second highest hill station in South India. 70 kilometers northwest of Madurai. Meenakshi Temple. I was looking at a weather map today. I was looking at a monsoon weather progress map, and it seems it's blocked around south of Bhutan, West Bengal, Sikkim. It seems it's blocked there at the moment. Anita Mehra. Aj me chulai saag. Chulai? Chua? Same thing? Very tasty. Yeah. I had the same today. Dal bhat, bhan ki chutney. Yes. Zane, one of my favorite expressions. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Yeah, lovely expression. It's raining so heavily as if cats and dogs are falling from the sky. What about rats? They left behind? Zane says it looks like Noah. Oh yeah, Mr. Noah. Yeah. Should start building an ark. Yeah, big ship. Collect all the creatures on it. Yeah. Well, it's a nice live stream tonight. We're having some nice interactions from people. Just in the last 2 weeks, I've been stirring myself, and I've just uploaded about 6 or 7 new blogs onto this channel recently. Maybe have a look at them, yeah? Harish, you should watch Even Almighty. What's the subject of that? Is that a film or a series or something? Yagya, Ashish is saying, we met the other day here in Korsani, Ashish and his family. Ashish, Yagya is saying, here in Vrindavan, we wait for Krishna to lift the Govardhan when it rains cats and dogs. Can you explain that more, Ashish? I don't quite understand that. Harish, Even Almighty is a movie similar to building an ark to save the creatures from the flood. I see. We're without power at the moment. There's no power. Oh no, there is power now. It's all right. Oh. वाह चमत्कार हो गया हाँ चमत्कार हो गया शाबाश वाह About 1 hour ago, we had one young man from the USA, Ben Edward. He's a cosmology student where they study it's totally reality-based. It's totally a reality-based subject cosmology, where they examine the origins of the universe, all on an organic and scientific, reality-based um, explanation of the universe, where we came from and everything like that. Wow, wow. Well, Bole, hello, Bole Babaji, namaste. How are you, Sanjay from Korsani? Wow, wow, wow. Yesterday, I was calling you through the live stream. Sanjay, where are you? Where are you? Come back to the live stream. Bahut din ho gaye. Kahan gaya te bichama. Shabash. Nice to see your name again, Bole. Sanjay, aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Acha Harish, Morgan Freeman. I see. Yagya? Ashish from Vrindavan says, as per mythology, when a demon brings wrath, anger on Vrindavan, Lord Krishna lifted up the whole mountain to bring all the population under it, to protect the disciples. Yeah, I have heard that story. Lovely, lovely story. As per mythology, we can talk in the present tense, yeah? As per mythology, when a demon brings wrath or anger on Vrindavan, Lord Krishna lifts up the whole mountain to protect the whole population underneath it. That's right, to protect his disciples, yeah. Yeah, it's a great expression. It's raining cats and dogs. Such heavy rain. Put the jacket on. Getting a little bit cool here now. Yeah, and 1 hour ago, Ben Edward, a cosmology student, joined us from America, and with Chanakya and a couple of other knowledgeable people, we were talking about the place of religion in society, the meaning of religion. Does religion have everything that we need? Or is religion a resting place along the way, you know? Are religion and spirituality the same things? Is spirituality the same as religion? We were talking about these things. So if you want later, you want to look back at this live stream, just replay the live stream, you can see some interesting dialogues, you know? Hi there, to you. Thanks. Nice to see your name again. Music for you. How are you? Are you fine? Good, good, good. Namaste. Aap kaise ho? Shabash. Ah, Bole. Sanjay here in Corsani is going to eat some wild pig tonight. Wild pig. Wow. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Fresh meat. Pure meat. Fresh forest pig, wild pig, not the pigs that they catch in those cities. Wow, wow, wow. Enjoy it, Sanjay, enjoy it. Khub khao, more jurao. Wah, wah, wah. Shabash. Bikram Singh, hi Bikram, namaste Bikram. How are you? Fine? Good, good, good. Aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Bikram Singh, Chauhan. Wah, wah, wah. Wah. Now, Harish is talking about the story of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, Govardhan, and that, yeah. I remember the story. It was Indra or Zeus's wrath. Yeah, he's using the European name there, Zeus. Anger that made the sky rain heavily because people weren't praying to him. Yeah, that's how they understood it, yeah. And Lord Krishna lifted the whole mountain with his pinky finger and played the flute with it. Wow, 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 wow. Bikram Singh Chauhan. Is it good to eat on Saturday? Bikram's asking, is it good to eat on Saturday? Let me think about that one, yeah? That's better. Hi, Vikram, how are you? Are you fine? Good, good, good. Wow. Oh, no, I'm not bored. I'm just a bit tired, that's all. Waiting for supper. So, let's have David's travel story early tonight. It's a little bit quiet, a little bit quiet. Let's have I try to do every live stream one or two travel stories, true stories uh, from my travel experience, you know. I started traveling when I was 11. When I was 11, I started traveling. That was from England to Australia. And in my life, I've had 9 long overseas trips. That was the first one. The other 8 long journeys I had were outside of Australia, from Australia. Bikram Singh. Yeah, yeah. When I was younger, Bikram, I ate all types of meat, all types of meat. When I was younger, my mum used to cook pork, pig meat, pork, every week. Every week on Sundays, we had wild pig, and it was very, very tasty, sweet, and soft. I loved it very much. And it wasn't from the city, it was because we lived in a village area and there were pig farms there in the village, you know, like um, clean, sort of pure meat. Yeah. Yeah, Harish, I first started traveling with my family, of course, when we left England to go to Australia at 11. Yeah. So, do you eat on Saturdays, Bikram Singh? What's your story about that? Seven Doto Clips seems to be enjoying pakora tonight. Good, good, good. We eat pakora one time every week, Doto Clips. We We here in the Himalayas, we find that pakora is much tastier, much better in all ways if you buy the open, what's it called? Open basin flour, basin ki atta, for cooking pakora. It's much tastier in all ways, you know? Lamb, Vikram, lamb, Lamb, silent B, lamb, yeah, Lamb. The B is silent. Yeah, no, I'm not afraid to tell you about my background when I was younger, about eating meat. We ate all types of meat, all types of meat we ate, and we enjoyed very, very much. We ate meat in my childhood about 5 times a week, you know? Yeah. The nice thing about it, Harish, you understand very, very well, Harish. The nice thing about meat, you can take it or you can leave it. It's all personal choice. Everybody has a personal choice if they eat meat or not. You can understand that, you know? That's right. Yeah, Doto clips, tato pakora. Ah, tapai Nepali ho Nepali ra Uttarakhandi. Pakora. With pakora, you need some wet, like some dal, patla dal. Yeah, joli curry. Something like that. Veggie soup with the pakora. Since since 14 years, I'm vegetarian. A vegetarian, an open-minded vegetarian, which means, yes, when I can get it, I eat fresh village eggs. Fresh village eggs. Some vegetarians never eat eggs. Um, Others do eat eggs. And I tell you what, when the vegetarian eats several times a week, 2 or 3 eggs, fresh village eggs, not those impure, imitation, dirty city eggs, but the fresh village eggs are beautiful food. The vegetarians often don't get enough protein in their diet. And if the vegetarian eats 3, 4 times a week, fresh village eggs, they get a big protein boost, energy boost. Where the village egg, when you cook it, inside it's the yolk is very yellow. Wow. That's all right, Harish. Yeah, I understand you're from a priest lineage. That's good. Enjoy your customs. Enjoy your customs. And I hope with an open mind, you know, with an individually free, open mind about what you eat also, Harish, because we can always learn new things, you know? We can always learn new things, yeah. Mm. Oh, thanks, Harish. That's nice. Um, you're a priest, and Harish is saying nicely, so David, Harish is a priest, so David, if you need to get something off your mind, let me know. Thanks very much for that, Harish. You're very generous. But I I don't need any middleman. Do you know what I mean? With all due respect to your priest lineage and Brahmin and all that, I don't need any middleman. But it's very generous what you say. Thank you. Harish says he was a vegetarian bodybuilder. Wow. 7 Doto Clip says Brahmins from the hills eat non-veg. That's right, some of them do. Some Brahmins from free choice. Beautiful, individual, free choice. I'll say it again. Free choice. Will I say it again? They eat non-veg and others eat veg from free choice. What a beautiful thing. Free choice. Mm. Yes, sometimes in the past, Doto Clips, I ate deer, fresh one up in the Himalayas. You know, yeah, very tasty. There was one, kakara, kakara, barking deer, the deer that makes the sound when leopards are around. Remember kakara, I think, in Pahadi language? Yeah, very tasty. Very tasty. Free choice. Free choice. Ah, lovely. I love free choice. Yes, I can repeat that continuously. Now, 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 now. Yeah, Harish, every night I do a 90% fast. Every night, 90% fast. I don't have an evening meal. And yeah, I know very well about fast. And I said in a flexible way, 90% fast. I don't have a meal. I drink a lot of water in the evenings. Then during the live stream break, Harish, I have some millet biscuits, ragi ki biscuit, and some black coffee. And before I go to sleep, I drink a lot of water. So I'm having about a 90% fast every night. That's it. Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody has a different mind. Everybody has a different mind, different heart. Doto clips. I have a good breakfast. I have a big, big lunch. And just to rest my stomach, for me, it's enough to eat 2 times a day. I don't need third time food. I can rest my stomach. And that's it. That's it. I feel good. Yeah. No smoking, no drinking. I'm not a saint, but I don't drink or smoke. One of my favorite meats in the past, Harish, excuse me, one of my favorite meats in the past, Doto Clips, was, but now I'm vegetarian since 14 years, but, one of my favorite meats was porcupine, Doto, porcupine. The animal, little animal like that, comes at night, raiding your vegetable garden, got spikes, big points, big spikes on the body, porcupine. I think in Hindi you call shahi or something like that. You've eaten porcupine, very tasty, young one, soft, sweet, pure, pure meat, pure meat. The porcupines only eat like jari bhuti, yes? Hi Shashank, King Shashank. Namaste King Shashank, namaste to you, namaste King Shashank, Dandawat Pranam, Kya Hal Hai? Thanks for coming back, yeah? आप कैसे हो? सब ठीक ठाक है? Yeah, that meat is very healthy. You can say, Doto, yes, I have eaten that. I have eaten. E-A-T, and I have eaten that. Did you? In Australia now, where Alfred lives, in Queensland, it's about 12 midnight.